Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
The next question here. In this question, it says that in a mathematics test, the following marks were obtained by 40 students. Arrange these marks in a table using tally marks. Okay, so we are going to do the tally mark table in order to read this particular data that is given in the form of numbers that you can see in the whole block. We have got so many numbers written, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to read all these numbers and we are going to form a particular tally distribution table, that is frequency distribution table, using the tally marks. So here it is says that find how many students obtain mark equal to or more than 7. So this is what we are required to find, and let us first see how we can do this. Let us first draw a particular table in order to do this. Okay. So here what you can see is a table that we are going to use in order to write the particular data. That is, here we have got the marks obtained. That is what we are going to write in the first box, right? So here let us write marks. Okay, so this particular column is going to carry the marks that has been obtained. Here we write the tally. This is tally marks, and here comes finally the frequency, on which we have got the name frequency distribution table, right? So now let us see how many marks are there. I can see the lowest number as 1, and then the highest number that I can see in this table is 9. This is very important that you read the table, that what numbers you need to put in your tally mark table, right? What frequency distribution table need to have in the marks column. So in the first column we are going to write the numbers from 1 till 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think my table is a little small. I'll just write the numbers, or let me just add another table to this. Let me just increase the number of columns in this particular table. Okay, so here I have now increased the number of columns in this particular rows in this particular table, because we were required to write more numbers and the table earlier was a little smaller than that. Okay, so let us write it here. Here we required to write marks. Here it is required to write the tally part. Here we need to write the frequency, right? So here let's write all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? Let us see how many children has got obtained 1 mark. So it is 1, then we have got 2. Okay, so only 2 children has got 1 mark. So 1 and 2. This is how it comes in the tally form, right? Then let's see how many have got 2 marks. Every time make sure that when you are writing or collecting the data from a bigger table, for example like this, you keep on cancelling out the numbers so that you are clear that whether you have counted that number or not. Okay, so let us count for 2. So once, 2, 3. Okay, it's just 3 times. So 1, 2 and 3 comes for 2. Now talking about number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 is also 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Talking about number 4. So here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is coming 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then talking about 5. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now 6 coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So let us mark it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now let us see for 7. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it is 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Now 8 is coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. So it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. And 9 is coming. 1, 2, 3. So total 9 is coming 3 times, right? So now 1, 2, 3. Let us now write the frequencies for each one of them. So 1 is coming 2 times, 2 is coming 3 times, 3 is coming 3 times, 4 is coming 5, 6, 7. So it is coming 7 times, 5 is coming 6 times, 6 is coming 5, 6, 7 times, 7 is coming 5 times, 8 is coming 4 times, and 9 is coming 3 times. So this is our frequency table, and if you want to recheck your answer, see what is the total number of students? It is 40. Okay. So if you add all these frequencies, you will get the answer as 40. Let us check. So 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. Then 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. Plus 6 is 30. 30 plus 7 is 30 plus 7 is 37. Add 3 more to it, it is 30. Right? Sorry, my bad. Let us just recheck the calculation. So it was 7 added to 3, 10. Then it is 15 till here. Then here it's 6 and 4. So it is 10 more. So 10 more. And then it is 7 plus 3. So I'm just putting a tick, 7 and 3. So it is here 10 again, and then 5 more. So we see that the total is 15 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5, it is 40. So the total number of frequency that we have got is 40 as well. So every time whatever the total number is given, that much must be there in your frequencies, right? So the first question says find how many students obtain mark equal to or more than 7. So look into the table. Let me just clean it a bit. It says the number of students who has got 7 and more. So how many students do you see that have scored 7 marks? So 7 marks has been obtained by 5 students, and more than 7 is 8 and 9. So these are the total number of students that have scored more than 7 or even equal to 7. So we need to add them all. So 5 added to 4 added to 3. Let's write it here. 12 students has obtained marks equal or more than 7. Okay, and this is how we have done. We have added 5, 4 and 3. Let us write it here. 5 plus 4 plus 3. Is that clear? So now one thing more I want you to be very careful is that when you are writing this as you're answering your question, like in your exam, so if there you must write that students obtained 7 marks equals 5, students obtained 8 marks 4, student obtained 9 marks 3. So the total number of students obtained marks equal or more than 7 equals 12. Okay. So how many students obtained marks below 4? So below 4 means you are not going to include this 4 here. You need to just check for the students that have secured 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So it's 3 plus 3 plus 2. So let us write it here. It is 2 plus 3 plus 3. I hope this is what it is. Yeah. So now it is 8 students have students. This is also students. So 8 students have secured marks that is below than 4. So we are not including this 4 here. We should not include 4. We are going to secure the numbers secured by the people who has just obtained marks less than 4. Okay. Just be clear with this. It is written equal or more than 7. Here it is written below 4. Okay. These things needs to be very we need to be very careful about these small details in the question. Now let us move forward with the question. It says that following is the choice of sweets by 30 students in a class 6. So it's laddu barfi, laddu jalebi, laddu rasgulla jalebi, laddu rasgulla jalebi. So you see how many times we are just repeating the same thing. So what do we need to do? We need to arrange these sweets in a tally table. So let us make a tally table here. This is a rough tally table that I'm making. Okay, so we need to first divide it into 3 equal parts. Here we'll write sweets, here we'll write tally, and here we'll write frequency. Okay, so now let us start with the first one. Let us write how many times we have got laddu here. Okay, so let us write for laddu in the sweets. So let's mark it here. Laddu, laddu, laddu here, here as well, here, here comes twice, here, okay, one more. Okay, so I think this is done. We have marked all the laddus that are marked. So how many laddus do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let me just confirm it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So let us write the frequency as 11. Now let us move to the next sweet. It is barfi. Let's mark it with yellow. So barfi 1, 2, 3. Is there anyone else? Nope. I think that's it. So let us write 3 in the tally for barfi. Oh, I think spelling is F-I. Okay. So it is F-I, barfi. And it is how much? It's just a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. So here it is 11 for laddu, 3 for barfi. Now let's see what other sweet do we have. It is jalebi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for jalebi. Let us write it here. What is jalebi spelling? Okay, jalebi. And the number of people who prefer jalebi is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the next comes is rasgulla. Okay, so let us mark for this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for rasgulla. 9 for rasgulla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is the tally table that we have made for the sweets that are preferred by how many students? That is for 30 students. Let's confirm we have taken all the students in consideration by finding out what is the total of them all. So it is 7 plus 3 is 10 and 11 plus 9 is 20. So the total number is 30. So we have taken all the students in consideration. Okay, this confirms that we haven't left any of the data unattended. Okay, so it says the first question says arrange the names of sweets in a table using the tally mark. So this is done. This is how we have arranged all these data in a tally table. Now, which sweet is preferred by most of the students? So see, which particular frequency do you see has got the highest number? So the answer is laddu. It is 12. So let us write it here. Laddu is what is preferred by most of the students. Okay. Now moving ahead here, Catherine threw a dice 40 times and noted the numbers appearing each time as shown below. So what you see here in the numbers that you see, she was throwing a die and she threw the die 40 times, right? And whenever the die landed on the floor, she noted what number it has got. So I'm sure you know that a particular die has got six numbers on it, like on each of the face it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see all these numbers there. So what is required? We need to make a table and enter the data using the tally mark. So let us now make a tally table and find the number that appeared. So first of all we need what is a, sorry my bad, let me just insert a table here and with the 3 marks, and here we need at least this much. Okay, so let's make it a bigger one. Cool. So here in this we need to put how many we have the number on the dice. So let's just write number here. number, then here it will come tally, and the last one is frequency, right? So the number can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So this is the total number that can come on a particular die. We can never have 0. We can never have a number bigger than 6. So let us see how many times she has got 1 on the die, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times she has got 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now 2 is coming how many times? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times we see 2 is coming. Then we see 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times we have got 3 is coming. Then let's see how many times 4 is there. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 times itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's see how many times 5 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And lastly, number 6. So it is coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and all the numbers are cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let us find what is the total number of frequency that we have entered here. So it is 6 plus 4 is 10. Then we have got 7 plus 7 is 14. Then we have got 5 plus 11 is 16. So here it is 0 and here it is 40. So clearly we can see a 40 coming up here, and this is the number of times that she threw the dice. So it is 40. So it is confirmed that we have taken care of all the numbers that are given in the data. Now it is saying the minimum number of times. What number is appearing minimum number of times? So look into the data. Which number do you see is appearing minimum number of times? Which number in the frequency do you see is the smallest number? Clearly 4 is the smallest number. So which number is coming? Least number of time is 4 itself. So 4 is coming least number of times. The maximum number of times is coming. What number? Clearly 11 is the biggest number. So 5 is the number that is coming the maximum number of times. So 5. Just be careful how I'm writing the answer. I'm looking at the frequency to see which number is the bigger, and corresponding to that particular frequency, which number is there, we write it there on the answer. Okay. Now the last one, find those numbers that appear an equal number of times. So who's appearing equal number of times is, we see 7 and 7 in the frequency that is same. Okay, so number 1 and number 6 are basically appearing the same number of times, right? So let us write it here, 1 and 6. So which numbers appear equal number of times is 1 and 6. Both are appearing 7 times each. Clear? Now let us read this particular pictograph and show the number of tractors in a 5 villages. Okay, so here it shows that one tractor is representing 1 itself. Okay, so in village A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 tractors we have. In village B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we have. In village C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we have. In village D, 1, 2, 3 we have got. In village E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we have got. Okay, now let us read the questions. It says observe the pictograph and answer the following questions. So the first question says, which village has got the minimum number of tractors? So which village do you think has got the minimum numbers? Clearly village D, because it has got just 3. So let us write it here, village D. The second question says, which village has got the maximum number of tractors? So clearly village C with 8 tractors is at the highest number. So village C. Now it says how many more tractors village C has as compared to village B. So let's see how many do we have in village C. In village C it is 8. In village B it is 5. So how many more? It is village 8 minus 5. So it is 3 more. How many more tractors are there in village C compared to village B? It is 3 more tractors. Okay. Now the last one says what is the total number of tractors in all the 5 villages? So it is 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 3 plus 6. I hope I have written the right numbers. 6, 5, 8, 3, 6. 6, 5, 8, 3, 6. Okay. So these are the number of tractors in each of the villages. That is for A, B, C, D and E. These were the names of the villages, right? So let us find what is the total. So it is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 19 plus 3, 19, 18, 9, I'm sorry, 11. 11 and 8 is 19. 20, 21, 22. 22 plus 6 is 28. So total we have got 28 tractors. Okay, I hope this is clear how we have calculated the total number of tractors in all the villages. Now let us move ahead to the next question here. It says that the number of girl students in each class of a co-educational middle school is depicted in the pictograph. So what you see here is the number of girls which are in each of the class of co-educational middle school, right? So here we see the class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4 until we have got class 5, 6, 7, 8, 8th class it is given, right? So now it is saying that each of the face that you see, a girl's face, it is shown, it is representing 4 girls each. So for example, if I read the first one here, how many images are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we see 6 complete faces. So because each face represents 4 girls, so it is 6 times by 4, 24 girls in total. Clear? Now say if I want to know how many do we have in class 8th here. I see 1.5 image of a girl's face. So 1 image means 4 girls. Half face means 2 girls. So it is roughly we can say it is 3 girls. I'm sorry, not 3. It is 4 plus 2, that is 6 girls. Roughly we have got here. Now let us read some questions related to this particular pictograph and try to answer them. It says that observe the pictograph and answer the following questions. The first question is, which class has the minimum number of girl students? So see which class has got the minimum? It is class 8th. So let us write it here. Class 8th. And how many girls are there? It is roughly 6 girls. Now the second one, in the number, is the number of girls in class 6th less than the number of class in 5, the girls in 5. So in 5 we have got 4 and 4, 8, 8 and 2. We have got 10 girls. And what are we going to compare this with? Class 6 and 5th. Okay. So in class 5th it is 10 and class 6th it is 1, 2, 3. 3 times by 4 is 12 and 12. Okay, it's 4 complete images, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 16 girls in total. So clearly it is asking us that is the number of girls in class 6 less than the number of girls in class 5? No, it is wrong. The number of girls in class 6 are more compared to the number of girls in class 5, right? So the answer is no. How many girls are there in class 8th? So let us see how many girls are there in class 8th. We have already calculated it here that it is, because here we were given 1 complete face and 1 half face. So roughly we have got 6 girls. Why we are writing this? Say complete face represents 4 girls. Okay. 1 complete face, say representing 4 girls. And if I have 1 complete face and a half face, so it is 4 girls for this and half of 4 is 2. So adding 4 and 6 is 4 and 2 is 6. So 6 girls roughly is there in class 8. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I just made a mistake. It's not class 8th, it is class 7th. So 6 girls were there for class 8th. Let us write for class 7th. Okay, for class 7th, we need to write. I'm sorry, I just read it wrong. I read it instead of 7th, I read it 8. So let us write what is the number of girls for class 7th. It is here, class 7th. So we have got 3 faces. So it is 3 times by 4, it is 12 girls. Okay, so sorry, I did just a small mistake, and that is really a bad mistake to make. So just be careful, don't make similar mistakes that I did. It was class 7th I need to answer, and I just worked for class 8th. Okay, but it's good that we discussed about how we need to calculate the number of faces when half of the face is given. So how can we do in that case? Moving ahead. Now it says the sale of electric bulb on different days of a week is shown below. So here what you see in front of you is the different days in a particular week, Monday to Sunday. And here the number of electric bulbs are represented by the image of a bulb itself. And each image that you see represents 2 bulbs, right? So for Monday, let us see how many bulbs are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Each bulb represents 2. So how many are there? 6 times by 2, that is 12. Clear? Let us see the questions that are related to this. How many bulbs were sold on Friday? So let us see for Friday it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is 7 times by 2. The answer is 14 bulbs. So let us write it here. 14 bulbs were sold on Friday. The second one is on which day were the maximum number of bulbs sold. So let us see which day has got the maximum. Clearly Sunday has got the maximum number of bulbs, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need to do 9 times by 2, that is 18. So let us write it here. On which day? It was on Sunday. And how many were there? It was 18 bulbs, right? The next one is on which of the days same number of bulbs were sold. So let us see which image has got 2 images that have got the same number. Okay, here the Wednesday and here Saturday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of them has got 4 bulbs, right? So it is Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday and Saturday. Right? So these are the 2 days that have got the same number of bulbs sold. On which of the day minimum number of bulbs were sold? Let us see. Clearly we can see that Wednesday and Saturday itself has got just 4 bulbs each, and 4 bulbs is basically representing 8 bulbs each, right? So on which days minimum number of bulbs were sold is Wednesday and Saturday itself. Okay, now if one big carton can hold 9 bulbs, how many cartons were needed for the given week? So let us first find out what is the total of the whole week. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Then here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Here it is 14 and here it is 4 again. So that is 8. Okay. And the last one is 9 times 2. It is 18. Let us find what is the total of this. Okay. So let us do the total of this. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 0 is 0. Plus 4. We were at 16, right? So it is 20. 28. 28 added to 8 is 36. So let us write 3 here and 6 here. Now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 86 total bulbs were manufactured in the complete week, right? So now let's write it here. If one carton can hold 8 bulbs, okay, so there are 86 bulbs. So how many such cartons do we need? Think about your 9 times table. So 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2. So if you do 9 times 1, that means one carton can hold 9 bulbs. Okay. Then you put 2 cartons. It will put, you are done with how many? 9 more bulbs can go in the second carton. That means in total you are done with 18 bulbs. Then you have one more carton, that is the third carton. You put 9 more bulbs in it. That means you are done with 27 bulbs. So you see how many do you see? So if you go by 9 times table, so 9 times 9 is 81, right? So 81 bulbs will go into 9 cartons. But what are we left with? We are left with 5 more bulbs. We need one more carton to put them. So in total we need 10 cartons. Is that clear? How we are doing? We put one carton, we put 9 bulbs in it. Okay, 9 are done. Then we put one another carton, we put 9 more bulbs. So one was already filled, another one is filled. Total 18 bulbs are put in the cartons. 2 cartons, 18 bulbs. Now 3 cartons, 21 bulbs. 4 cartons, then we have got. So what we do, we are basically doing the 9 times table, and each carton is comprising of 9 bulbs. But now when we do the 9 times 9, that is we are getting a total of 9 cartons. That means we are putting 81 bulbs in it. Okay, so after putting 81 bulbs out of 86, we are left with 5 more. So we can't just leave those 5 as it is. We need another carton for it. So that is why we are putting just one more carton, and that in that particular carton, 5 bulbs will be there. So in total, we are requiring 10 cartons. Okay, now let us do the last question of this particular lesson. In a village, 6 fruits merchants sold the following number of fruit baskets in a particular season. So it says 100, one particular basket image that you see, it is representing 100 fruit baskets. So let us see, the name of merchant is Rahim, the first one, and he has got 1, 2, 3, and 4 baskets. So in total, how many fruit baskets he's selling? He's selling 400 baskets. Then for the Lakhanpal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. So it is 500 and half, that is 550. The next one is Anwar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 100 is 700 fruit baskets. The next one, Martin, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half. So it is 950 in total. Clear? Now let us move the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 800 fruit baskets. The last one, Joseph, is 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. So it is 450. Clear? We just take one basket, times it by 100. 4 baskets, times it by 400 or 4 by 4. So it is 400. Now let us answer the question. Which merchant sold the maximum number of baskets? Clearly, we can see that Martin with 950 is at the maximum. So Martin has sold the maximum number of baskets. It says how many fruit baskets were sold by Anwar. So let us see. Anwar, okay, here it is. He has sold how many? He has sold 700 fruit baskets. Right? The next one, the merchants who have sold 600 or more number of baskets are planning to buy a godown for the next season. Can you name them? So how many, we are going to first see how many are going to have 600 or more as their number of fruit baskets sold. So 600 and more. So it's 1 here, 2 and 3. Okay, so these 3 are the ones that have sold more than 600 fruit baskets, right? So it is Anwar, Martin and Ranjit Singh. So let us write it here. Anwar, that was Martin, and Ranjit Singh. So these 3 are the people who are going to plan to buy a godown for the next season because they are selling 600 or more than that fruit baskets. Okay, so even if you were having any number here as 600, you would include that name, but we can see we have got everything less than 600 or more than 600, so we are not including anyone that is having 600 in here. I hope all these answers are clear.